Welcome to Validity's Compliance Automation Software, or CAS as we like to call it. This system efficiently administers your Fair Credit Reporting Act and Accurate Credit Transaction Act and all state compliance obligations in a secure and paperless environment.
Let's try that again a little bit slower. We're pretty excited about it, but let me walk you through this. This is CAS, our compliance automation software. It's going to keep you compliant and help to administer the requirements of the Fair Credit Reporting Act and the Accurate Transaction Act, as well as all of your state compliance. Oh, and it's paperless. So let's start here on the dashboard. This is the first page that you'll see whenever you log in. We call it the source. Be sure to check it periodically for new updates and articles with relevant HR news. From here, you can also access our help desk, which provides a treasure trove of resources directly from Validity. This Chat with Us box is also available throughout the site between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. Central Time. Just click here to begin chatting directly with a member of our client services team. On to invitations. In the Invitations tab, here is where you can initiate a new application. Select Create Email Invite and enter your candidate's name and email, then select the position that they're applying for. We also offer a batch process if you have several invites to send at once. P.S. We do integrate with many ATS and HRIS platforms. You can also see the invitations that you've sent here. If your candidate has misplaced their invitation email, you can resend it, or if the candidate's no longer going to proceed with the application, you may revoke it. Once your candidate completes an application, they'll no longer show up in the Invitations tab. Instead, they'll show up here in the Applications Manager page. You'll notice that each of the names on this page is a different color. Red indicates that an application is still in process. Your candidate has not completed the application, so the only actions you can take here are to print or delete their application. Your candidates will receive a reminder from Validity if they start but do not complete their application within 72 hours. A green application is new for you. Your candidate has completed their application, and now you may view and select services. You'll notice we have a few more options unlocked now. We can print the application, view their signed disclosure and authorization forms, submit, archive, and unlock. You may need to unlock an application if your candidate needs to make corrections, or provide some basic instructions here, and the system will email your candidate letting them know how to log back into their application. You'll notice this one we've unlocked is now back in progress. Yellow applications have been successfully submitted to Validity, and our team is starting their background check. Blue indicates that you have archived an application. This is a feature that you may use however you like. Maybe you decide not to move forward with a candidate, or maybe you've already ran this person's file and you want to file their application. You may add notes and choose to highlight them here. Let's submit a new screening request next. To do this, go back down to the drop-down and select the Submit button. This will take you to the ordering page. At the top is your candidate's basic information. Below, there will be two fields. One for position code and another for accounting code. These are not required but may be helpful for an administrative standpoint. To the right, you'll notice a larger text area. This is also a helpful administrative tool. Anything you provide here will be displayed in the comments section of a completed report. This is often used to note start dates or other special instructions for your team when they review the report. Next, you'll see the available services you may order. The Validity team will see these notes too. Some services require additional steps like drug tests or verifications. Because CAS is designed to keep you compliant, we will ask your candidates to give us express permission to contact their previous employers. This option is especially important for their current employers. Validity will always be sensitive to your candidate's information, will never divulge the reason for an employment verification. However, it's still best practice to obtain permission prior to contacting these employers. Once you've made your selections, you'll click Submit for Verifications, and you'll be directed right back to a summary page. The summary page shows you the screening services that have been submitted. You can submit more than one screening on an individual. If so, there are multiple places that they would all be listed here. You'll see a profile number for tracking and the list of services ordered on that profile. You can also view copies of the completed reports here, and our system will send you a daily email of the in-progress report status. Each report will have a summary page with the candidate's basic information and the orders that were placed. On the right, you'll see if any of those orders were flagged. A flag should not be automatically interpreted as a negative information, but instead as an indicator that there's something for you to review. You can click on the order and jump to the section without scrolling. If there's something reported on a screen that conflicts with your company's policy and you don't think you'll be able to move forward with that individual, you'll be able to initiate the pre-adverse action steps here. Our system bundles the necessary information together for you, starting with the explanation letter and the action being taken as a result of Validity screening services. Validity's contact information is also provided here. If your candidate feels the information that we report is inaccurate, they'll have a right to file a dispute with Validity, so we want them to know how to contact us. This bundle also includes a copy of the report to which they are entitled under the FCRA Summary of Rights. If your company is located in a state with additional pre-adverse or adverse action requirements, some additional options may be here. For example, in Illinois, you must also provide the reason for taking these actions. If you're not in one of these states, just check the box that you'd like to use your company's letterhead and the signature. If you don't have this on file, we can get it configured for you and send you the files directly to your account contact. Finally, you'll select how you'd like to send the file. You can send it via email by selecting this option. It will send all of the information to the candidate's email that they chose to register on the site. You may also send via postal mail. This will bundle the documents together for you and allow you to print them and mail them on your own. The adverse action step process is the same way, but the letterhead template is slightly different. In the pre-adverse letter, it lets the candidate know that the end user is considering taking action, but that no final decision has been made. In the adverse action letter, it lets them know that the decision was made not to move forward. CAS is a robust tool designed to support and streamline your operations. The services shown here are but a small sampling of what Validity offers. If you'd like to schedule a formal training session for you or your team or get additional information about your services, contact us today.
Now that's validation.